Live, hang on. And we are exactly on time. Episode 47.
Oh, hell yeah, I can watch him stream. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Power of the PS5.
Oh my god, I'm
Alright,
gonna
guys.
put the box right over where you sit.
Interesting. Okay, so at least now you've got him in spirit and in person there. All
Well,
right.
they can't see him from my stream.
No,
so.
no, they can't now.
But oh my god, you're the body of the creeper. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful.
Okay, so welcome everybody to episode 47 of Crafting a Chat. We're about to hit 50 real soon. Did we hit our 1 year anniversary yet, or no?
No, it's in the calendar. Remember?
Oh, okay. All right. It is a fine, I was going to say January, June 29th, where it's sweltering heat everywhere. I think everybody has been going through terrible heat waves at this point in time. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
I'm here.
Cool. What have we all been playing over the last? Yeah, it is hot. Over the last week. Anybody want to go first?
Desinoto should go first since we can't see him.
Desinoto, go ahead. Take us away.
Oh, disabled. Oh, I have been playing Returnal. I'm playing Returnal now.
Uh-huh.
And it's quite the game. I didn't think I would have this much fun, but I'm having a lot of fun.
It's a great
Even
game.
though I've died 20-something times already in the last 8 hours I've been playing.
Give us your impressions. Give us your thoughts.
Pretty difficult game.
You want to pause while you're talking? It might help you speak. There you go.
It's so addictive. You just can't put it down.
So the first thing I noticed, I told Adam yesterday, was the raindrops. As soon as you crash and you get out, you feel those raindrops in your controller, and I was just, oh.
How was that, huh?
Oh, it just hit me in the face.
Wow,
Yeah, the controller hit himself in the face with it.
And just from that crash scene alone, I could see how much work they put into using every aspect of the DualSense to its maximum potential, with playing sounds on certain sides and then like into your fingers, like under the controller, and then like on the outer edges of the controller. It's just crazy, absolutely crazy. Sound design is great. The music's at a good level so that it's not like annoying while you're just traversing, but it's also not super quiet.
There's
Here's
music.
a question for you.
Yeah.
There's
Do
music,
you feel
Kevin. I complimented it when I was watching you.
Oh, I don't remember.
And you said it blends into the background.
Oh,
It does.
Do you feel like a horror vibe from this game?
Not like straight up horror, but when you're very close to dying, I mean that's like probably in every other game too, but especially in this game because you have to restart everything. Yeah, like when you're close to dying, it gets so intense, and you're trying to dodge everything, but also you don't know what's in the next room. You never know what's in the next room. So
I think the one time we were watching Kevin play, we Adam and I were watching him play, and we heard that like soundtrack of like one of the areas where he was outside, these random like noises happening, and he's like, "Oh, that's fine, that's normal." I'm like, "That's terrifying." Yeah, that's the horror
the
vibe.
planet does that. That's fine.
So, yeah, those screams in the distance, that's fine, no problem. That's okay, no worries. That loud rumbling in the distance, we're all good, no problem.
That one time we heard that scream where it said, "This is not in the game, my name is Sheila, and I've been kidnapped since 2008. And Kevin's like, "That's part of the planet." We're like, "All right, Kevin, I mean, if that's what you want, like, you do you, man, you do you." So that, I get a little bit of horror vibes from it. Have you encountered that scene at all, or? Oh my god, he's gonna actually answer. He's gonna actually answer.
I'm not sure if
It's not a
I
scene. It
did
was.
or
Never
not.
mind. Never mind. You do you, man.
Nah, he's good. He's good. Let him respond. He's got a proper response for this.
I've heard a lot
I
of screaming
I
shrieks
see. See, he has.
from the
He has.
animals,
See. Yeah,
from
he's
all
heard
these
quite a bit of
dogs that you
screaming.
kill in the game, all these
All right.
tentacle dogs.
Yep.
See, he's heard a lot of screaming. A ton of screaming. What else? What else have you been playing besides Returnal? Anything else, or just Returnal?
This Returnal.
Okay.
The
There
whole
it
week?
is, my
Didn't you
boy.
start Returnal like yesterday?
I only started yesterday. So
What'd you do the
I
other
don't really play.
5 days?
Uh,
See, it doesn't matter. Once Returnal enters your life, that's it.
That's it. It's over. Everything else is just
That's how I
backseat.
was too. Remember me, Adam? I was. Oh,
Yeah, it was both of us, honestly. I was like, when you play Returnal, and you're like, I'm playing Returnal right now, and I was like, oh!
yeah,
Get
I'm
off
sure
at
you were
3 a.m.,
watching me
wake up
basically
at
the whole
8
time.
a.m. Yeah, come on, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's what you do. It's
Yep.
what you do. I've been watching him
Cool.
play it too. I'm watching him now.
It's
Any
entertaining.
who wants to go up next?
I'll go. Why not?
Okay.
Friend of mine who I haven't played games with in quite some time now, messaged me, and we've been playing some Apex Legends. Got him into Rogue Company. Um, Played some Rocket League. That went real poorly because I'm not good at that game. Not at all. Um, and let's see. Other than that, I haven't really been playing much video games this week. It's been a lot of D&D and board games.
Gotcha. Cool. Cool.
Yeah. But
Adam, you want to go next, or you want me to go next?
I feel like Kevin's not
Apex
done.
Legends, let me tell you
Oh,
something.
sorry.
Apex Legends, when I got back into that, I hadn't played with the bow yet. When I first started using the composite bow, compound bow, whatever it's supposed to be, I don't know what kind of bow it is, doesn't say.
what the?
It is
Sorry.
legit. That weapon does so much damage.
How was Apex compared to like Rogue and the other what is this genre? MOBA? Is this MOBA? No, it's not MOBA.
No,
What is this
Apex isn't
genre?
mobile. Apex is a battle royale.
Battle Royale. Okay. Rogue's not a battle
So
royale.
Apex Legends is pretty much my favorite battle royale out there. The only one that like comes close, in my opinion, is Cursed. But Cursed doesn't seem to have the player base that Apex Legends has.
We should play Hearst again, man.
I
I still have
know
that
that game
installed.
was fun. We gotta play that again. I haven't installed. I've been updating it like crazy. There's been patches like every 2 weeks. Um, but yeah, no, Apex Legends is a super solid, super good battle royale. Highly recommend. Pretty sure it's free to play. Might not be. I don't remember.
Apex, I think, yeah, it is free. It is definitely free
I
to
think
play.
they made
Yeah.
it go free to play, and there's like you can pay for it, and it'll like unlock stuff for you.
It's literally how Rogue Company is. You can pay to unlock the
Yeah.
battle pass and get things like that. But if you just want to play,
Oh, yeah.
For that, you can
I
definitely.
do Battle Pass, but what's neat about Apex Legends is you can queue up in so many different ways now too. You get trios, duos. Well, trios has always been a thing. Now they added duos. There's arena apparently. There's ranked play for both trios and duos. Arena doesn't sound all that fun, but if you're into it, hey, arena is basically like 2 teams of 3 drop in, go. And then what they do with map is actually kind of cool. It's a rotating 2-hour map. So it's a certain map for 2 hours, and it flips through a new one, then a new one, then a new one. So that whole time that you're playing, you can see what map you're queuing up for, basically.
Okay. Cool. I might want to try Apex one of these days. I think I tried it back in the day when it first launched,
Crossplay, let me know.
and yeah, it does have crossplay between PC and PS5, right?
It's crossplay between everything, I believe.
Oh.
Actually,
Is
hold
that-
on. It might not have crossplay from console to console, but it is PC to both. I've
Is
done
that
both ways.
EA with Apex? That's their game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
It
probably
may
try it
not
out.
be.
I'll probably download and
It
try
may
it.
not be PlayStation, Xbox, but I know a PC can hook up to both.
No problem, then. I'll give it a shot. Adam?
Oh, what have I played? A little bit of Minecraft. Kevin and I played a little bit of Minecraft. I don't know if that was last week or the week before. I think it was last week. Yeah, I think we did it like Thursday or Friday or something.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
It was last week for you guys.
Yeah. Because I invited you. You weren't there because you went somewhere. And then on the 21st, I started Far Cry New Dawn because our one friend Chimera, he.
Is that like Shakira?
Yeah, I mean, well, people pronounce it differently. I want to make sure we're getting everybody.
Chimera.
Order on your dog like that, you man, you woman. If that dude shook his hips, I would throw up. But they're just so tall. It just makes no sense. But I started Far Cry New Dawn, so we can do some co-op. I platinumed it yesterday. I actually would have platinumed it on like Saturday if Chimera was on over the weekend, but he wasn't. So I'd had one co-op trophy to do, but we did that yesterday, and I'm still playing with him in his game because he's not very far. But yeah, so I'm up to 80 platinums in total now. Hold your applause. Desinoto, don't clap, don't shoot. Wow, he stopped. He looked around in the game. He looked really confused for a moment. But yeah, no, I don't really play too much. I've been watching Desinoto play the Returnal yesterday and today. As I was playing Far Cry, I was watching him play. Didn't notice him die. Kevin, he's died more than you. Way more. I'm confused. So.
Why?
Because he plays Demon Souls, you know? I thought he'd be good.
Fair, yeah. It's a very different game, though.
I don't want to say he's trash, but like...
it's very different.
He's sitting next to you, and honestly, he looks like a piece of trash. You know what I mean?
Wow. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
He is a green hanging head over there.
It's floating. Wow. It's not hanging. Please.
Floating.
No, it's more. You have to have like bullet hell.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he's doing well. He's doing well. He's got a lot, but he's been doing good. He's having fun. We weren't going to be Jerry. He almost fell off a cliff. Honestly, Kevin, he caught himself. So probably better at you than that. You fell off a cliff multiple times. Like you just. Every day you fell off a cliff. I'm pretty sure the only reason you ever died was because you fell off a cliff, lost half your health, and then enemies took the rest. So, so he's got the cliff falling skills that you didn't have. So that's something, I guess. But yeah, other than that,
both like fused together. You're the perfect player. There you
go. One ugly dude, though. You know what I mean? Am I right, Genesis? Am I right?
You can't have both.
You know?
Yeah.
All right. Anyways. It's because you're both so attractive that if you put it... Because attractive people make ugly babies. So, it's just a fact. That's why Z's baby is so adorable.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. You know what? I would agree with that reason, actually. So, he has a point there. He's got a point.
When he gets rid of his ugly-ass Abzu... I'm just kidding. It was a joke.
I mean, listen...
If we started the stream earlier, people would get that joke.
I should have started earlier.
No, I'm just kidding. You're the ugly one. Your wife's very beautiful. She's a wonderful woman.
I don't disagree with that. I don't
disagree
with that at all.
You're a good husband. And speaking of good husbands who don't play games, how many games did you play?
I platinumed Ratchet & Clank in the last week.
There you go.
So got that. That was my 20th platinum. I'm playing FF7 Remake. I'm doing the hard mode playthrough now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to platinum this because... one of these things I think requires like you need to like beat every single thing in the game, and some of these things you really have to like farm for. So I don't know. I probably will start Assassin's Creed 3 soon. It was a good game from Ubisoft, so I'll start it up. And then
okay?
What?
You okay? We call an ambulance over you?
What?
I'm
you
fine.
You just said good game and Ubisoft in the same sentence. I'm just checking.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. They make good games. No problem.
All right.
No, they make some good games. It's not a big issue. They make some good games. I think that's it. I don't think I played anything else unless I just played Rogue Company just right before we started the stream. So I guess I'll count that since that counts as the last week.
Rogue Company's so fun.
Yeah, you just hop on and do some matches and that. It's like. You just you start playing and you're like, wow, this is a lot of fun. Then you play a couple more matches and realize that you have to carry most of the teams, and you're like, this is getting boring. And then you realize after like 15 matches in, you're like, I hate this, and I'm leaving. And then I kind of rinse and repeat the cycle in about a week or two.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it goes, honestly. The last match I think I just played, I was leading with like 24 kills, and I had $64,000 in cash, and I was like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, what do you do with that money?
I don't know.
Just
They brought
burns
back
a hole
the
in your pocket.
skirmish team deathmatch as well now, and
Yep.
I know they're bringing some other modes in soon. It's supposed to have like a
thank
big
goodness.
update to this game real soon.
I want that hardpoint one back. That was
Oh
so
my
fun.
god, that was so much fun. That was a ton of fun. We should, I wish they would bring that back. We'd probably hop on that and play a bunch
When
of that.
that left, I died a little inside. I'm pretty sure that's when I stopped playing for a little bit.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, it's gone. I've lost my meaning to life. But yeah, that's what I've done. I'm sure we all have a couple topics this week. Maybe not Desinoto, because I know he's still busy trying to survive in Returnal. If
He's got a topic.
he can
I guarantee he's got a topic, and that's why he's going
What's
first.
the topic? He's playing it right now.
I mean, all right. I mean, he's going first. Desinoto, you take us away again. Going first for a topic.
We're gonna do a live listen in.
Yeah, you're going first for a topic, according to Adam.
He's in the middle of a fight. That's why I wanted to do this.
Great topic. Do either of you gentlemen want to go first?
Wait, you're fighting those now? This is your first time here, right?
Yeah, it's one of those challenge room things.
Oh, that'll do it. Okay.
Oh no, you're about to die. I mean, I believe in you. Anyways, Kevin can go first. I don't really have much. I have a little one, but I'm thinking about it still.
Mine will be either little or long, depending on how much this conversation is carried by everybody else. So I was just thinking today about how streamers, I assume across multiple platforms, but I only watch on Twitch. So when I keep saying Twitch and nothing but Twitch, I still mean, YouTube, Facebook, Mixer. I have to assume the same thing happens on those, but like
Mixer's dead. No, Mixer's dead.
Oh, Mixer's dead? Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, rip.
I thought, yeah, I was like, isn't it dead?
Yeah, that's why Ninja's streaming on Twitch again.
Oh, I didn't know.
Twitch in itself is a whole.
He died.
Is a whole mess. I feel like I don't know, but anyway, Kevin,
real quick. Desunoto crafting and chat death count #1. Anyways, keep going.
All right.
Wow. All right. So anyway, so I guess it's Twitch really. Developers of games will sometimes like go out of their way to give streamers not advanced copies, like access into like closed betas or closed alphas. Be like, hey. Sometimes they sponsor the stream. Sometimes it's just check this out because they're too small to pay the money to sponsor a stream or whatever. And most, especially like the variety streamers, they don't necessarily need the money. If it sounds like a game they want to play, they'll play the game. Sure, it's a game they can play early and get hyped for if they enjoy it, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they'll play a game, and what's even cooler is when said company puts somebody in their chat. So while they're playing the game, someone from the company that actually understands, not to put the streamer down or anything, like somebody who understands the game because they know what it's gone through, they know the development behind it, they know what's actually happening in the game, whereas the player is picking it up for the first time, then sit there and be like, oh yeah, if you got like questions, ask me, the chat's asking like, oh, when does this come out? What kind of game is it? How much is it going to be? Yada, 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 all the standard questions, and the streamer's like, okay, so how do I can you craft weapons in this game? Can you do this? Can you do that? And having an actual developer or someone on staff who's in the chat, now you have the streamer potentially having a great time and interacting with chat, how they interact with chat. But then there's a developer there who they can ask questions to. The developer's helping out, and it's not really backseat gaming. They're just helping show off more about the game and more mechanics that are involved that the person who's playing it for the first time, especially if they're only playing it for like 3-4 hours or whatever, may not catch. So they're having a fun interacting with the streamer in the chat. Chat's having fun because now there's someone who's working on the game in there. So it's like, oh, all right, cool. They actually like care enough to put an employee into the stream for the whole time that the game is being played, and stuff like this. It's almost like, why don't companies do this? Like, sure, you can still have betas that like other players are able to hop into, or maybe even like give away codes while the stream is going on. But as part of advertisement, bug fixing, correcting instructions, or how things are like played out for a person in like a tutorial, making things easier to understand, stuff like this. Like you can catch all these things if you give out a copy to streamers and go like, here, play this for a few hours. We'll have somebody in your chat, especially if you tell them too that like we'll have someone in your chat and just let us know what you think. Honest opinions. Give us suggestions. Blah blah blah. We'll take down your feedback. We'll reconvene. Like you could almost work it into the project in a way where, okay, we've worked up to this point. We have the game in whatever status it's in right now where it's playable. Let's pass it out. Everybody take like a week off what you're doing. Maybe not even a week. It might even be shorter than that. Take some time off of what you're doing. You are watching this person, you're watching this person, you're watching this person, yada, yada, yada. Everybody hops into their channels. They watch the streamer play. They take down any information that they could potentially help them make the game better, or things to improve on, things that are bugged out, things people are enjoying. Reconvene and continue with the project. And that was basically my thought.
So you're saying why don't more game companies do this?
Yeah, because like it seems to be mostly indie developers that have the person who actually goes into the chat, like Fall Guys.
And he's not wrong. They do. There's a lot of indie developers that do this more often than AAA title games.
Yeah, there was a game just recently that the big battle royale sort of survival game that's in the winter place. Crap, what's it called? It starts with an S, I think.
Oh.
I just talked about this. Remember, it was like 7-8 episodes ago, and I was like, I was watching people stream this, and like, it had the server technology where the map was broken into like sectors.
Yeah, where the book you had, right?
Yeah. I don't remember what it was called now. But anyway, that game, they had people in the chats to talk about what was going on. I don't know, like I said, it just seems like you can check so many boxes. You might have to pay the streamer, but like you're getting bug reports, you're getting feedback, you're getting advertisement, you're getting exposure. Like,
I mean, I can tell you why a large game developer doesn't normally do that. They have bug testers. They can afford a whole team. They literally have hundreds of employees trying to figure that out, that are pushing the game, and they don't want to see the bug. Like an indie developer, if people see bugs, they understand. Because they're like, it's a small team, they're trying to get this done. A big studio that's put up $300 million into a project, and they're like, hey guys, we're launching in the fall, this August, just watch, who's that dude you watched?
Which one?
Yeah, the fat one.
Man.
No.
Lyric.
Dan. Yeah, he's not even that fat. I don't even know why I said the fat one.
Wow.
But whatever. But like, hey, have Dan play it, and Dan's playing it. People be like, this game's $300 million, and they want us to work for them. Like, I'm interested in this game. It's a big game. Like, they have teams to do that. They will show off their game when it's mostly ready because they have investors that are looking at that. Like, as much as we like to see openness with companies, most of the time they won't do that is because they are trying to appease the people who are giving them the money and who are watching the money and who hold their position, basically. So that's one of the reasons I do like it. It would be nice if bigger studios did do it. I just don't see why they would. There's just no purpose for it because they could just spend $3 million in an ad campaign and probably sell more copies instead of going to a Twitch streamer who has 80,000 people watching it. And how many of those are going to watch it and pay for it? I don't know. But an indie developer, if 10 people buy it from that stream, I'm sure it's way more than that. I think they'll be happy with it because a lot of streamers will just play a game if it's given to them for free. I know some do get paid. Like, there was that story of Maximilian Dude. He wouldn't play, like, some fighting game because he's like, it's just not my thing. And also, the Snyder Cut was like pitched to a bunch of streamers, and they went up to him, and he was like, no, I've never really cared for his movies. I'm not going to do that. So thankfully, a lot of the streamers still have a good reputation of being honest, except for a few people who participated in like the scandals with the loot boxes and like selling minor stuff. And now the ones going around now with the Bitcoin stuff, like the crypto stuff, that's all sketchy. But yeah, it's a great idea, but indie developers, should embrace it as much as possible. Bigger developers, there's just no purpose, I don't think.
Yeah, okay. I see that. Sure.
Genesis, you got anything on that?
Yeah, I could give you a slight offset of what Adam's saying here. I agree with his points, but like an example that I would say where somebody uses to their own benefit and they ended up being a very, very big developer afterwards. Scott Gotham with Five Nights at Freddy's. All he did was put it on Twitch streamers and like give it to YouTubers and play it, and that franchise blew up into like an insanity franchise where people were like, "Oh yeah, this is big, this is huge." It's a multi-million-dollar franchise now. I mean, he's done with it now. Apparently, he's backed off. He's retired now. After he had supported something about like donating to some big government thing.
Political crap.
So he pulled out of there. But he's one of the rare people who started out exactly using like Kevin's formula here, and then ended up being a big multi-million-dollar company with Five Nights at Freddy's now coming to like PlayStation 5 as like a launch title, and not launch title, exclusive title. He still kept doing that up until even the latest game, just giving these keys out to people who would then get his stuff out through word of mouth and like through them showing it off in their games. Like I know that guy Dawko, he doesn't have as many subscribers. Markiplier, even PewDiePie had gotten a lot off of YouTube. I know Twitch streamers, they also do Five Nights at Freddy's. So they that's one of the rare times where that extra strategy that would pay off, but also turn them into like a very, very big developer. But they continue to do that strategy. They don't switch over to like, oh, we have investors and things like that, so we're gonna have people beta test it. We have a team that does that. I guess maybe because he's not that big, but I think his team is quite big as far as when they work on Five Nights at Freddy's, because as far as I remember, it initially was himself, and then he gained like a bunch of people and an entire company and everything like that to develop these things afterwards. That's how the production quality of them got so high afterwards. If I had to think of another studio that did something very similar, I don't think anything else comes to mind.
The most recent one I could think of was the Knockout City. A big developer, they gave 2 weeks before that game came out, they had like a beta, and they gave a bunch of streamers access to it. It's easy to get like a streamer to play your game. Like it's easy to find one that has a large audience to play your game that could say like, hey, stay away from highlighting the awfulness of it and just have fun. And most streamers will be like, okay, I can do that. And that's an easy way to do it, but like the way Kevin's describing with having like a person in the chat and stuff, I don't know if Knockout City did that. They could have.
I feel like they did. The devs were definitely in there, I think, looking at like things going on in the game. Like, I mean, I know Rainbow Six, they are big on Twitch. I don't know if the devs sit in there or anything like that, but they're big on Twitch where they'll just give out like things to people on Twitch.
They give out stuff all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they have people sitting in stuff. They might. I don't know. I don't watch all the people who play that game.
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but like, okay, Extraction that's coming out, right? Ubisoft might send people, codes for that, and I don't know if they'll actually sit in the chats, but they'll be probably nice enough to give people codes to say, okay, do what you got to do, but they're gonna mainly go for some of the bigger streamers, obviously, to capitalize on as many views as they can.
Yeah, they'll probably, if I recall correctly, they'll probably have someone like go into the chat and DM or message or whatever, or maybe they can do it themselves. I'm not sure how like developers do it, but they'll be like, hey, we have blah many keys for you to give out to your viewers. Here they all are, and you set up like the lottery thing that they do on.
Yeah, that's something easy and cheap to do that a developer can. That's not hard. But like the way you described it with they can search for bugs and everything. Those big developers aren't searching for bugs when they're giving it out to streamers. They're basically just advertising the game because they only really do that like 2 weeks before the game comes out. With the indie stuff, they're doing that like, hey, this game's not coming out. We don't know the release date. We need help. And that's, the big developers, they don't need that kind of help. And that's
fair. Yeah.
It's not something that they're not going for those services. And it would be nice to see that, like if No Man's Sky, like let's say Cyberpunk, if CD Projekt 6 months before that game came out showed it off, that game would have been like, what the hell is this? The last gen console version just did not work. Instead, they chose to hide it. That stuff would be eliminated, but there's almost no reason, unfortunately, for large developers to do that, because as long as they sell the idea of the game, like I'm pretty sure they gave early copies to a lot of reviewers, and they were allowed to stream it like a couple days before. And people were like, wow, this looks good. Pre-orders went off the charts again. And then reviews started coming out, and people were like, what the hell's going on? And then the game came out the same day as the reviews. I'm pretty sure that was like a day or the same day. And then the game still sold. So, like, it would be nice, but at the same time, like, corporation's going to corp. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, I mean, it's all about the dollars and cents to them. And if they can't, if they show the game off, okay, so let's say Cyberpunk, for example, if they show the game off and the game doesn't look as good, their investors, I'm sure the investors are watching things like that. They're going to be like, we should probably reconsider a couple things here, and that would just not be good for the company, obviously.
Yeah, and look what they did right after the game launched. Hey, the investors were mad, but at the same time, 12 million copies sold or whatever it was, 7 million in the first week. Or what was it? It was something ridiculous.
It was something insane, yeah. I don't remember what it was.
So there's good news and bad news.
I couldn't think of Scavengers.
Scavengers, that's it.
Oh, that was the game, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you have some of these big companies like Ubisoft or EA and things like that who will do these kind of things, but they'll always do it to capitalize off of maybe trying to get the big streamer, big name to say, okay, here's our upcoming game, Rainbow Six Extraction, and he's gonna give out keys, and then on top of that, it's like, okay, by the way, here's a trailer that drops and this and that, and they'll capitalize off of that in that way. I like the idea that you have, but the only example that I can think of where that works perfectly is the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise that can come to mind.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that indie games probably stand to benefit from this sort of thing, and probably should seek it as
their way of advertising, almost.
Their way of advertising, and their way of making sure the game runs well.
Yeah, if you can get a few $1,000s to just find. I watch a YouTube channel called Let's Game It Out, and he plays games and he breaks them. And a lot of developers reach out to him, and they're like, hey, our game's coming out, can you play it? And it's like the dude makes a 15-minute, 20-minute long, funny video, and he ends up showing glitches, and then the developers end up patching those out. I know a lot of YouTubers and streamers do that now, too, where they, well, they'll just play a game to break it, to make it comedy. And that definitely helps developers. Another thing that kind of separates this, alphas and betas aren't really a thing on console unless it's a multiplayer thing.
That's fair.
Sony and Microsoft, Nintendo don't release Mario 2 years before it comes out and go, okay, this is the alpha version of Mario. They want it to come out completely done. They don't want us anywhere online to show glitches of Mario. They don't want anybody seeing any of that. So that's just, there's a quality of that.
I don't think that applies to certain titles on PlayStation and Xbox, because Final Fantasy Origins just came out, and that's an alpha basically for that title.
But that was released as a demo.
That's still a test. I mean, it was only available for a certain time, and now it's pulled off the store.
Yeah, but that's also a get hype thing. Also, I mean, that demo launch was awful for that Final Fantasy Origins thing. because it
that's
didn't
what they're
work.
going to use to. That's what
Yeah.
they're going to use to go back after they take all that stuff. I mean, there's literally a feedback form that you fill out after that's done. That's probably the epitome of a beta or alpha.
But was that given to streamers? It was announced and released the same day to everybody.
Yeah, that's fine. It's still an alpha or a beta. I think
It's not the same thing as what Kevin described with, hey, get a person to stream it so other people can watch it and we can answer those people's questions. This was, hey, we need beta testers and we also need to convince people of this combat change to this franchise people know and love. Let's put out a demo.
Okay, yeah.
There's reasons they choose to do one thing and not the other. So I get what you're saying, but it's also completely different than what Kevin has described.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I see where he's going with it, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there was one thing that was missing from what you said, Adam, and what I said. I don't remember what it was now.
I've never missed anything.
I know.
Except the garbage can when I throw something away. Sometimes the toilet. Sometimes I sit too high up, you know what I mean?
God.
Genesis gets it.
I get it. Sometimes it happens.
Wow. It's gone. Oh well.
Gone forever.
Yep.
If you remember it, you'll mention it probably.
Maybe it'll be under rumors of what it will be. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What was Kevin going to say? That's one of the rumors on Reddit, probably.
That could certainly be one of the rumors.
No, it's not time to go into there yet. I wouldn't say.
Yep. Adam, you wanna?
No, I do remember. So the one thing though that I still think would be neat is because I don't know if they actually do this or not. If like this would work only for like indie teams or like teams with very few people. Otherwise, you're
hold on, real quick.
People.
Get the health.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Real quick. Desunoto death count number 2.
Oh, now we're making him feel bad.
You should have grabbed the health. There was like 3 health things sitting on the ground. And you just kept shooting. I don't know what you're doing. You gotta cut and run sometimes, man. You're doing good. Keep going. You're allowed to leave the chat. This podcast ends when he beats the game, by the way. Just want everybody to know that.
Oh, okay. Great.
No, we can leave. He's still here.
So, the companies should, like, in my opinion anyway, if they're gonna like go with this, like I said, build their game up to a certain point where there's at a status they want to like hand it out to these streamers, and then be like, okay, we got this far, everybody. We're taking 5. This is what the next step is. This is now your new job. Go onto these streams and communicate with the streamer. Not really do PR with the community, but like build up a rapport with the community that's watching them. Have fun, and come back with any of the feedback and stuff. We'll have a little sit down in the conference room, and we'll get our new direction of where this is going, what we need to fix, and what we need to do further development on, yada yada, while we finish up the game. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but at the same time, like that's really an indie thing because you can't.
Like I said, yeah, that's more of
you
an
can't,
indie or small team.
Large studio.
You can't
have
tell like 200 people like no.
Or just even pick out a small group. I guess you could, in theory, pick out a small group and be like, go do this.
Fair.
Artist. But also, like, they're allowed to just speak and talk to people. They can, if they're watching somebody play the game that they help work on, they might say stuff. It just might not be a sponsored stream. Yeah, because let's remember, the people who make games also really like games, and they watch people play their games.
Right.
Like the perfect example, the Returnal devs, Housemark, they're big fans of Girlfriend Reviews. So when Girlfriend Reviews was playing the game, they were like, hey, you better have a review for this, and you better make it spicy. And they made it spicy. So people are passionate about the games they make. I mean, they should be, and it seems like most of them are.
But yeah, that's really it. I think the topic's basically done.
All right. That was a good topic.
Cool.
Did you think of one in that meantime?
No.
All right. All right. Are you okay?
Yeah.
It seems like there's a lot going on there.
Stretching a little bit.
Oh, stretching. I thought you said scratching. I was like, what? All right.
He's got to reach for that scratch.
My topic's probably going to offend a couple people here.
All right.
And it's not what I talked about before the show. So, Housemarque has been invited into the PlayStation family. And congratulations to them. Welcome to the family, I guess.
Congrats, Sony. Congrats.
My topic really is just, what is the PlayStation family? What does that mean anymore? Genesis and I were talking about it earlier, or we weren't. Nobody knows. Can figure it out.
We've never talked about this. I don't know what you're talking
Genesis,
about.
I feel like you and I are going to have a good conversation about this. But, like, PlayStation used to mean the consoles. Like, just PlayStation consoles. Now, ever since they came out with the PlayStation Studios branding, it's really been like, you see that logo, that means this person has been approved to work under the Sony name. They're not necessarily a first-party studio, like when Returnal came out, it had the PlayStation Studios logo, but it was basically a second-party studio. Well, I mean, now they're first-party, but at the same time,
yeah,
like, it's basically just a branding to show this is part of the PlayStation ecosystem. And I just want to know what that PlayStation family and ecosystem means to everybody here. Don't everybody jump at once.
I mean, who's taking this?
I'll take it. Right. It literally means, I mean, the picture currently depicts everybody on there. It definitely means all of them. Whether they expand to PC or not, it's just a broadening horizon for Sony at that point. I think they'll probably welcome more and more people into the PlayStation family. At the end of the day, it's going to be something that just means an experience that you can get with PlayStation. That doesn't necessarily mean on their console. You can get it, maybe if it's been released on PC, you can get it with PC. Maybe you can get it with PlayStation. But I think it just means something you can't experience on like a Switch or an Xbox. So like competitors' consoles. That PlayStation family is just going to be is I think going to mean that at the end of the day. It's definitely going to mean some different experience that you can't get on a competitor's console.
All right. Kevin, you anything?
I'm not gonna lie. I tried to Google PlayStation family because I thought that was like the word we were going with, and that just brought me into how to make family
that
account.
image so, I sent you of Housemarque joining, it says "Welcome to the family."
How I make a family.
That's what we're going off of.
Oh,
did I send you an image? I don't even know if I sent you an image.
I don't even know if you did. But
I don't think I did.
A minute and I'll verify that.
I did not. Hold on. I'll send you an image.
While you're sending the image, the whole PlayStation family, again with Horizon, Days Gone, and MLB being the only ones that have out branched their original, if that's a word, their original exclusivity on the console. There's still PlayStation games. There's still experiences that PlayStation originally had made. Maybe not MLB so much, obviously, I think, because that's on Xbox. But that's a sports game at the end of the day. I think that's okay.
It wasn't prior to that. Why is that Chrono Cross on the far left?
No, that's
Concrete Genie and Blood and Truth, MLB, Ratchet and Clank, Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, Last of Us Part 2.
Sorry, it looked like
Returnal,
like Surge.
Horizon, Days Gone, Astro, Gran Turismo, and then A Corner of Dreams.
Okay, sorry, Genesis.
No, I was just gonna say that it is, again, it's better that way, that they do what they got to do with some of their exclusives, probably not all, but some, to help get it to other communities that, such as PC, that that'll only make better interest for that game. Horizon came out on PC. I don't think that was entirely the reason why they got a sequel, but I'm sure it helped in that factor because people did wait for it to come to PC. People were excited for it to come to PC, and they're like, "Wow, I get to play this game on PC now." I think same thing with Days Gone, but unfortunately, Days Gone's not gonna, get a sequel other than that. Um, the PlayStation family is going to continue to evolve. I think way past just normal console exclusivity. It's definitely going to evolve into something that when you see that logo, you'll know I'm in for an experience that I maybe would not have ever gotten before. I think that's what it comes down to is when you see that logo.
All right.
Wait a minute. Genesis, how much did you delete of your what you said?
What are you talking about?
Did you delete anything of what you said in the chat?
I did not recall anything that I said in the chat.
You didn't...
I've said nothing. What are you talking about?
It looks like you haven't said anything for days in the chat.
Yeah, I haven't said anything for days. I've been out of town.
No, you said stuff earlier today.
No,
Yeah, you did. You sent an article about what's his face talking about the exclusives and stuff. What hell?
Exclusives?
Like about them being picky and choosy with their stuff. You sent an IGN article about it.
Who's being picky and choosy?
You what? Come on.
I have no idea.
I don't know what he's talking about.
You do.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Desinoto, please assist.
I'm pretty sure I saw something that he posted. I don't remember what it was.
I don't know what he. I have no idea what you're talking about.
We're not moving on until you tell the truth about this.
Tell the truth about what? I don't understand.
Where is the article you posted with the interview with Herman Holst?
Herman, I didn't post any article about Herman Holst. I haven't posted anything in a couple days.
No, you lie. Hey.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know why you'd call me a liar.
Because you're lying. I told you we're not moving on until this is resolved. I will kill you like I killed Lawrence.
Is that the canon? Is that the canon we're talking about? What happened to him?
You deleted your entire conversation over the last couple days.
I didn't have a conversation over the last couple days.
You son of a bitch.
Well, I don't understand. I didn't have a conversation over the last couple days.
We had a conversation earlier. Thank you for the reminder. We had a conversation earlier where I deleted a bunch of it because you were losing your mind over Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is a garbage game.
What?
Yeah.
All right. And then you literally deleted everything you said today. And you sent an article about Herman Holst on IGN.
I've said nothing today.
This show will not continue. I swear to God, it will not continue.
Kevin, you want to interject here and maybe carry us through this?
We're not moving on, Kevin. I'm sorry, we're not.
Oh my God.
We're not doing it.
Here we go. Really?
Yeah?
Why? Bring it up then. Bring up what you read. Bring up what he said.
I'm not looking for it again.
It's not there, so you can't look for it.
It was.
It's gone. I don't know.
It was part of my topic, but let's just move on. Let's go to rumors or something.
You continue. Hold on now. I didn't even need to talk. You continue to bring it up like you know what he said, so why don't you just say it?
Hey, it's not important. If Genesis doesn't want to talk about it or acknowledge it, so we can just move on.
I see. Sure. All right. So anyway, my take on this, whatever. Welcome to the family. First of all, this logo and this picture behind it, right? I got a problem with this. A problem with this picture. Insomniac makes Ratchet and Clank, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there should be. It shouldn't just be like this straight banner, right? Above Ratchet and Clank should be a secondary banner. There's just a whole ton of Insomniac games because they just don't stop.
Yeah, they don't stop.
Yeah, I'm surprised this doesn't have Spider-Man in it.
The roof of this should be nothing but Insomniac games.
Oh my God! It should have had Spider-Man. It should have had Resistance. It should have had what other games have they done?
Insomniac makes everything. Right? They're looking for more people. They're hiring more. Adam just
how many studios have they drilled down to now? 3 different studios.
I have no idea. Adam just sent me. There's 5 more openings at Insomniac Games for a creative director, systems designer for multiplayer, story lead, art director, and visual effects artist. So guess what? They're making another game.
Oh my god.
But anyway, something being added into the PlayStation family. What does that mean to me? I mean, this is the first time I'm hearing PlayStation family, but I feel like looking at what all the like games and the companies that are being represented here, what they are, kind of just like a seal of excellence.
I think I would
Not
agree
that
with
like
that one.
not that every one of these games is perfect. Don't get me wrong, but like the companies that are in this PlayStation family, you can bet you're going to get at least a good game, if not better than good game, from all of these companies, no matter what they put out.
Absolutely.
And that's basically what I get out of it.
All right.
I don't know. I found what he was referring to that apparently, allegedly, I posted in here.
Apparently, allegedly.
Herman Hulse caught it. Where'd he leave to? Where'd he go? What? Did he leave?
We're just running this. We're running this now.
Oh, where'd he?
Why?
Where'd he run to? I don't understand.
Spyglass in your leg.
I don't know. Where'd he go? I don't understand. I'm literally gonna read the article he was saying that I had posted in there.
Just talk.
All right. Well, all right. I guess I'll read it. Where'd he go? Where'd he just leave?
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I found him. He's up there. I'm zooming on the display. Why'd he break through the the article that apparently I had put in here was basically talking about how people were worried about like what their PC outlook would look like on PlayStation, and basically Herman Hulse was talking about that. Even though games will come to PC, he says, and I quote, "We're still early in our PC planning." And Horizon has been very successful. I think there's an appetite for gamers outside the PlayStation ecosystem to experience the amazing portfolio of games that PlayStation fans have enjoyed for years. But I want to emphasize that PlayStation will remain the best place to play our PlayStation Studios title at launch, but we do value PC gamers, and we'll continue to look at the right times to launch each game. He said Bend Studio just released a PC version of Days Gone on May 18th, so that's about 2 years after the PS4 release. I think there were talks about Uncharted 4 being the next one. In the same article it says all but confirmed. I might read up on that in a second, see it, because I can't remember how they had exactly figured out. Oh yeah, it was a screen cap from their one of their slideshows that they had that said Uncharted 4 is the next one up for PC release. That only means better things, because that means that more people get to experience Uncharted. That means that more people get to experience that game in particular, which may spawn the interest of having more people come up with sequels for that, or not sequels, but expand the original franchise. Yeah, I mean it's good. It's definitely good for it. If they continue to go down this path, I would probably think that Ghost would be the next one up, maybe in the next year or so. Especially if they want to just keep growing their portfolio. I can see them if they continue to do the whole PC thing, where I don't think all, but if some come on PC, they will gain so much interest that they'll be able to then make better acquisitions like Housemarque. For example, to add to their PlayStation Studios portfolio, to say, okay, here's another one, and here's another one, and eventually PlayStation Studios, the family, is going to be this big portfolio of like all these AAA titles that you're used to just getting, I guess I want to say use the word bangers from, and there are some games that I think, or some studios that will probably never be part of that, like CD Projekt Red. I don't think they'll ever be part of that.
Right.
That's not something that Sony's actively looking at. It's these kind of games like Returnal, they see the potential in this, and they're like, okay, this is something that appeals to the gamers that we have on PlayStation. I can probably see Returnal coming to PC maybe in the next 2 years.
I was going to say, when you were done, I was going to say, that should be the next game they put on PC.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Even
And
if
again,
it was
that's
like in 2 months, I don't care. Like I know it's supposed to be like this PlayStation 5 pusher,
yeah.
but like PlayStation 5s aren't coming out fast enough to keep the hype train rolling. Is my opinion.
Yeah, it helps the software and it helps their, their teams kind of, get that momentum to push for the next game as well. I mean, I would assume Horizon 2, if maybe in the next couple of years, I would maybe say maybe next few years, that will probably end up on PC, and that'll also help be a catalyst for us to get Horizon 3 maybe in the future sometime. Um, I think what definitely would help them too is if they took a look at some of their older games, like let's say they took the Jack and Daxter collection, they took like the Ratchet
Ooh, yeah.
collection, Sly Cooper collection, Infamous collection, even what's a Killzone collection, things like
Devil
that.
May
Put it on
Cry.
PC. That may well Devil May Cry
No.
used to be a
Oh, is it on PC? Okay.
it's a multi-plat thing now, so they don't.
I
I
know
don't think that's.
there are a lot of PlayStation games, especially the earlier ones, like Silent Hill had PC releases as well.
Yeah,
I don't know
they've
if
been
they.
doing it for years. I think they're just taking a better emphasis on it now
Yeah.
because, it is definitely making a difference now because the PlayStation gamers, I think we also give a very good example of what the PlayStation family is because word of mouth goes pretty far. When you hear people talking about Horizon, I feel like I hear more people understand what that was and they're like, oh yeah, I heard of that one,
Mhm.
versus, what's like a niche Xbox or Nintendo game that you say the name of and people are like, what? I mean, Nintendo, I don't think has many of those. And Nintendo, you say any
Nintendo
Nintendo
doesn't have
name and
many,
people are like, oh yeah.
Octopath
Um,
Traveler, maybe.
yeah, you talk about maybe that one
Oh, that's
probably,
good.
and people
That's
are
good.
like, yeah, okay, I heard of that. Something I don't know. But you mentioned things like Horizon or Uncharted or even Days Gone. You mentioned that people are like, oh yeah, I've heard of that one.
Mhm.
Um, I think it'll that's only gonna help them in that way. Especially, I think if Returnal was to hit PC, that'd be insane. People would be like, "Wow, give me that, please." People have been begging for Bloodborne to hit PC. If they really want to tap into
Oh
some of
yeah.
the fan base on PC and gain some funding, God, they could just release that on PC and people would go insane.
Mhm.
That was the article I allegedly posted. Is he gone?
No, I'm
He just
here.
there? Oh, okay. Any other things you want me to talk about that I allegedly posted?
Nope.
What? Okay. Is that it for your topic?
Yeah, that's it.
You
That
don't have any
topic ended
closing
like
thoughts
10
on
minutes
that?
ago. Nope.
What? Okay. All right then. Okay. I'm gonna go over the rumors now. I can do that. Let's see what
Do
we
it.
got
Hit me.
whispering to me today.
Oh god.
Um, I got apparently EA Star Wars teasing Fallen Order 2 at EA Play 2021. On
Wow, this
Twitter,
early?
yeah, on Twitter there was a post. Well, it's from EA Star Wars saying that now is a great time to get back into Jedi Fallen Order. Um, I don't know how much I'd look into that. Uh, it could potentially mean like, oh, now is a great time because the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X patch just came out, so that would probably be why they're saying it's a
Oh
great
yeah,
time to
that
get
makes
into
more
it.
sense.
I mentioned this a couple times. I ended up buying that, and I have the PlayStation 5
Oh, there
version
you
of
go.
it. So I'm gonna probably play it after I'm done with Final Fantasy 7 Remake and probably Assassin's Creed 3. So I'll end up playing it after that. I think after those two games, I want to definitely go for that. Any comments on this?
I don't think it's time for Jedi Fallen Order 2 yet. I thought there was gonna be DLC for the first game, but I guess not. If this truly is Jedi Fallen Order 2, um,
It
yeah, I don't know. I think it's more the system patches.
When did this game come out? Was that 2019, 2018?
2019, I think.
Jedi Fallen Order? I can't remember when it was. I'll fact check it in a second. I
I'm
don't.
doing.
I'll fact check. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Fact check.
Adam, any thoughts?
Nope.
Okay.
2019, November 15th. So late 2019.
Oh, okay.
So
I
it
mean,
really
2
hasn't been out
years.
that long.
Yeah,
It
I
hasn't
don't
been
think
2
that.
years.
Yeah, this November will be 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because of what Dark Souls and Demon Souls and stuff have done. Like, I feel like this is you do DLC for a game like this, right?
I mean, I think there's already DLC out for it. If I'm
Oh, is
unless
there?
I'm
Oh, okay.
mistaken, I thought there was
I
DLC
honestly
out
don't
for
know.
this game.
I watched
I
it
would have
played when
to.
it came out, and I was like, eh. And then
People are saying even the patch for it, like the PS5 version of it, is a lazy patch. That's what people are saying about this. I'm still gonna give it a shot because I think I got it for like $14, and I'll still try the PlayStation
there
5
you go.
version of it because I'd rather do that than do the PS4 version
Oh,
of
yeah.
it. But people were saying that this game's gotten one of probably the laziest patches that they've seen so far. Speaking of patches, though, Final Fantasy VII Remake's PS5 patch, fantastic, beautiful. I can't
Nice.
even believe how good they made this patch, and it is being
Good.
praised all over the place for a
15 out
very
of 10.
good patch job. Yeah, it's not as high as a Ubisoft game, but yeah, definitely. It's not as high as a Ubisoft game, not at all. Going off the Housemark stuff from PlayStation, right as they had talked about Housemark, apparently they had accidentally posted a picture with Bluepoint and PlayStation Studios. Not Blue Studios. I'm sorry, PlayStation with Bluepoint and saying "Welcome to the family," and in that picture actually had Demon Souls in it, and they took it down immediately. So PlayStation might have accidentally leaked, or somebody's definitely getting in trouble for this if that was unintentional to that. If it was just a simple, copy paste thing where like, okay, they were supposed to add this word in and they were supposed to use this picture instead, and somebody just messed up with the formatting, that could, that's definitely adding fuel to a fire that doesn't need to happen. But I think somebody's going to get in real trouble if that was something that they were supposed to come under wraps. So they're going to acquire Bluepoint. But they initially put that out instead of the Housemark one. They took that down, then put the Housemark one back up with Returnal in the picture instead of Demon Souls. Any thoughts on this one?
I mean, Bluepoint has done a lot with PlayStation, right?
They've done remakes with PlayStation so far. They haven't done anything else, I think. Just remakes, but I mean, they've done the remakes very well.
Yeah, but if they do it really well, that's good
absolutely.
enough.
They deserve, yeah, absolutely. They deserve that. I mean, listen, they're
it's
especially...
like what Night Dive is doing on PC right now.
What are they doing? Oh, yeah, you talked about this before,
They're
didn't you?
remastering freaking everything. Turok 1,
Yep.
Turok 2,
Yeah, you talked about this,
System Shock 1 and 2. They're just going ham on PC remasters.
If they acquired Bluepoint, I think that'd be insane. Bluepoint's definitely a plus to acquire there. I mean, especially if they're trying to announce a Metal Gear Solid, the rumors of that coming, where Metal Gear Solid's supposed to get remade. Imagine Bluepoint making that up. That'd be insane.
Well, apparently they already did, actually. I'm looking at their stuff right now. They made Metal Gear Solid HD Collection for
Did
PlayStation
they do the original 3. HD Collection?
I guess so. They did the Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, Shadow of the Colossus and Ico Collection, God of War Collection, Uncharted Nathan Drake Collection, the other remake of Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh.
So yeah, no, like
they've done quite a bit.
They could just do collections. Like, it's nice to have a team on hand that'll do things like that. Like,
I would be definitely torn if they did a Assassin's Creed 1 remake from the ground up. And put it on.
I don't know if Ubisoft would do that.
I mean, if they let them, I mean, right. Okay, they give them the rights to use the IP and say, okay, go ahead and make that game, and remake it into something that was supposed what they maybe they originally envisioned that that game to be. That'd be pretty cool, I think.
All right.
Any thoughts on that, Adam?
Yeah, I got a couple. Bluepoint's not that talented. Let me know when they make an original game. Because anybody can remake a game.
Okay, all right, we're going on this train. Okay.
No, so what's interesting about this is the tweet it was the PlayStation Twitter Japan. They tweeted it out, the image. But the thing about the image, it also included Housemarque in the photo, and next to the picture of Celine was a picture of the Demon Souls main character, and then Horizon.
Thank you for correcting me on that. I thought I had it wrong.
Yeah, it's fine. But so people are like, oh, they bought Housemarque first, and then they're going to announce Bluepoint. So a lot of people were expecting Bluepoint news to come out today. Sony has not come out and said, like, hey, this was a mistake. We're not in talks to buy Bluepoint. They didn't come out and say this was... They literally haven't said anything in typical Sony fashion. So the internet's kind of been a buzz. Maybe tomorrow we'll wake up to Sony bought Bluepoint. And then maybe tomorrow we'll wake up to a different tweet where they make another mistake and there's another studio they bought. And it's just the rest of the week is studios.
I really want Sony to buy Ubisoft. I think they're a great studio.
So that makes sense. It really adds up to everything you've said on here before.
What have I said on here before?
No, that adds up. You've always praised Ubisoft.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
yeah.
Oh shit! I think he's. Oh, Adam, we gotta see what's up over there. Something not right in the Z household. In the Genesis household.
I don't know who that little person was, but yeah, in my household, I mean, we're all.
I feel like you say G weird, like G for Genesis. Is that what you said? G for Genesis?
Yeah, he said G. Yeah,
Z. I don't know why you say the letter Z. Genesis. You know, except that one time Destinoto was sleeping. There's a Z. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm surprised that Destinoto hasn't said anything about this, especially with Demon Souls being one of his most talked about games. That if they were to acquire Bluepoint, that'd be pretty good.
It would be incredible.
Ah, there's the commentary we were looking for.
Oh, a cube, nice. You get that back.
What is this?
Oh wait.
Also, real quick, now that everyone has seen this, or not, nobody's seen this really. Destinoto finally got past the thing that's killed him twice since the stream has started, so get excited.
Excellent. Good job.
It was close, I'll be honest. I was watching with bated breath. It was close. But yeah, no, and then where it's curious to see what's going to happen with Sony and that article that you shared earlier.
I think it's a bunch of good steps in the right direction.
What article did I share?
The one where Herman said that the PlayStation studios they're not in an arms race. They're being very picky with what they are buying. They're not, and I remember replying to that being like, "Well, they're not gonna get in an arms race they can't win because Microsoft has stupid money."
Yeah, they have too much money. They're not going to be able to outpace them. It's basically they're going to buy what matters and they're going to use that to their advantage, and that's what Sony does very well.
Yeah.
They buy what they look at and they say, okay, this is going to play to our strengths, and even if it's not a $7.5 billion purchase, it's still going to play to our strengths. I don't know what they paid for Housemarque. What was the last big acquisition they did of like $229 million?
No, that was Insomniac, and was it 229? I think it was 229. Right?
229 rings a bell in my head. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's right because it also rings a bell in my head.
And Insomniac.
Right. There's a lot of reverb. What's going on? I don't think that's normal.
Insomniac is definitely a major contender for that.
I would love to know Xbox how quickly it paid off that 229. I would minutes.
Yeah, probably minutes.
After they released Spider-Man, probably like an hour after it was released, I would guess.
Miles Morales, and about a couple of seconds after that game was announced.
They've just been pure profit.
They already made their money. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you said released. I mean, I'm assuming there were pre-orders, right?
No, yeah, but that money's not guaranteed until it comes in, you know what I mean?
Oh, listen, when they announced Spider-Man Miles Morales back at the PlayStation 5 event, that was it. They had made all their money. They didn't even have to sell any consoles yet. They just made their money on Miles Morales. That was all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were like, guys, I don't know what happened. We have money now? What is this? Normally we operate on credit.
Yeah, apparently we have this is just pure money that we can just use here. I honestly hope that they get Bluepoint. That'd be a good acquisition for them, honestly, though, to finish up this thing. I think that'd be great for them.
It's nice watching the PlayStation family grow, as it's always been referred to, as we've always mentioned it on this on this podcast. We've always called it the PlayStation family. Kevin always has referred it to the PlayStation family.
Yeah, I apparently
Absolutely,
don't pay attention, so that's fine.
No,
Yeah.
Kevin, they
And,
just say that because it's their studio.
And PlayStation family is always going to include everything, PC, PlayStation.
Why is the cross? You know the center plus when you're playing Minecraft? How come when you put it at the table it's green?
I think it's just because of the color of the table.
It's a weird color inversion thing that they have for it. Whatever they try to make it, it's like making the crosshair visible no matter what you're looking at. They invert colors. No, it's always been like that.
Been this way.
I feel like that's... Oh, man. I feel like I've never noticed this.
Yeah, it's always been that way. It's
all right.
No matter what textures you're looking at, you can see where your crosshair is. It's kind of nice, actually.
Do you play a Valhalla yet, Adam, or no?
No.
No? I think I'm going to play that.
The PC game?
No, Valhalla, the Assassin's Creed game.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of, Kevin. Thank you. What's going on here? Hold on. Are we going to address this Ubisoft thing, or are we just moving on from this?
No. I'm telling you, there's a gas leak in his house or something. He's going to be dead by the end of this podcast.
Oh, if there's gas leak, get the baby out. Oh,
no.
My next one up here.
He's been replaced. He's been assimilated. I don't know. Something's up.
Nah, man, no. Kevin, we're getting Rainbow Six and Extraction, as we're also getting Riders Republic. I'm going to join you guys in that one. The next one I got here is Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. It's been rated by ESRB, coming to PS4, PS5. The source of it, I think, was a picture of Jin, but in the white clothes, and underneath said Director's Cut. In the same font.
His clothes?
No. I mean, like underneath that picture, like the caption.
Oh.
I don't know how that would have looked.
He's getting into one of them tubs to increase his health.
I mean, he also might be starting up those streams on Twitch, to probably make more money to fund Ghost of Tsushima 2.
Jin wearing pasty, sitting in a hot tub streaming on Twitch. Yeah, I'd watch it.
Probably. What do you guys think about this one? If there's a director's cut, what do you think would be in a director's cut if that's the case? Since we've all played.
Probably the director's vision. That's what I would imagine.
Now, okay, so we didn't get to talk about this, I think, last week, or maybe we did. The Ghost of Ikishima. Ghosts of Ikishima, this rumor title of here.
Didn't that rumor appear like on Wednesday or Thursday or something? I feel like it wasn't on Tuesday.
I think it did, yeah. We didn't get to talk about it last Tuesday because it appeared afterwards. So that game is a rumored standalone title that's supposed to be coming as an expansion to Ghost of Tsushima. Now, we get that, then we get this rumor of a director's cut. Do you think that Yes, I think most likely.
You know what? I'm gonna up it. I'm gonna up the ante.
How much do you want to
bet? How much you want to bet, right? Because at this point, like, it's undeniable that they did a lot of research for this game, right? Like, even Japan liked how the American developers portrayed everything in feudal Japan.
If you bought one of the editions of the game, it came with like an interview with one of the historical researchers they had.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so I watched it.
So they went out of their way to do all this research.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
How much you want to bet that there's tons of stuff, mythologies and battles, maybe not battles, because that's not really Ghost of Tsushima's thing. But like, regardless, all this stuff they weren't able to put into the game, they could just add in extra quests, extra quest lines, or whatever the heck, and have more of what they found in the game. Because, we found more room. Because actually, here's another question. Actually, the director's cut, is it PS5?
Yeah,
it says PS4 or PS5. That's what the rumor says.
Okay, so I mean PS4 it's a bigger game, but like PS5, supposedly you can make more and have it take up less on the hard drive. So,
So Kevin upped the ante. I'm going to lower the uncle. What I'm going to say, thank you, please. I'm here all week. All right,
good joke.
Kevin, you okay?
That was good. That was great.
Thank you. I'm going to tell you right now, if Ghost of Tsushima comes out with more content, and they're like, buy Ghost of Tsushima, I'm going to be like, I'm buying Ghost of Tsushima. If this is DLC, I'm buying the DLC. If they're like, the DLC is also a full-price game, I'm buying the full-price game. Ghost of Tsushima hooked me. I love Ghost of Tsushima. I would love to play more of it. I don't know if I would care for the idea of more side mission stuff. Cool, but at the same time, the rumor of the Ghost of Ikushima, it's a smaller island, right off the coast of Tsushima. Give me this tiny experience, and I will play the heck out of that. I would love that so much. Give me that combat again. Give me different skills. Give me a new character if you want. I am down. I'm ready. I don't understand why PlayStation games getting re-released is getting director's cut now. I don't know what that's about.
I guess I don't know if it's maybe, that's tentative. Maybe that's not what it's going to be called, but
it's weird.
Evil had director's cut.
Yeah, I mean,
what's up with that? Why are they doing director's cuts now for games?
No, not now.
Listen, Death Stranding was
PlayStation 1.
No,
what?
You're saying an outlier. Is there any other game that's come out recently where they're director's cut? That's what I'm saying. PlayStation.
Yeah, I mean that game was a total piece of garbage anyway. But if it's a director's cut of it, I think I don't.
Wait, hold on a minute. Hold on.
What?
You think Death Stranding was a piece of garbage?
Yeah, it was a piece of garbage walking simulator.
Okay,
but I mean,
what the hell is happening?
We're
in the upside down.
I don't think the director's cut is the final title. If they had to.
Oh, hold on. We gotta switch our perspectives, Kevin. If he's gonna switch his.
No. Hold on.
What?
You know what? Hear me out here, Adam. Hear me out.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Let's go outside.
Like in real life or in the game?
No, in the game.
Why would we go outside?
Why you want to go outside?
We changed the environment, and now his brain don't work.
No, I don't think that's it.
I mean, the environment. I'm fine with the environment. I don't know why you guys think my brain doesn't work. I see high up on the ceiling.
All right. We got to switch our personalities. That's what's going on here.
I don't know what personality you're talking about.
Death Stranding should have won Game of the Year. All right? And I will die on that hill.
I mean, I'm glad that you feel that way.
Hideo Kojima, or whatever his name is, that game, when your baby and your son or something, I don't know, spoilers. I'm probably spoiling something. It makes sense.
That's okay.
Game. Your blood sacs and your poop and your pee. Jeff Keighley's in it, so that's automatically a 10.
I forgot that he was in it.
Conan O'Brien's in it.
I did remember he was in there.
Of course, nobody forgets Conan O'Brien.
I mean...
Except Jay Leno and NBC. That's a late-night joke.
Wow.
Is he retiring?
He's moving to HBO Max. He's going to have a Conan Without Borders kind of a thing again, which is okay for TBS because HBO also owns TBS. So he's really not really going anywhere. He's just going somewhere unfiltered.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Death Stranding, though. Real good. Not as much death, not a lot of strands. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay. I don't know if the director's cut is what it would be called. I think it's going to be Ghost of Tsushima something else. But okay, here's an idea. What if Ikushima is a multiplayer expansion instead of single player expansion? Would it be the same hype for that game or no?
Same hype? No. Hype? Yes.
Okay.
I'd be like, boys, we getting back into it. And then when Kevin finds out it's a raid, he's never playing it. But right. like Genesis and I, we jumping in. We have no friends who will play with us, and we will die immediately. But we'll jump in, I don't know if Genesis likes Ghost of Tsushima based on the past information. Oh my God, Kevin! That's good.
Ghost of Tsushima. Why would I have a problem with Ghost of Tsushima? It was an awesome game.
Well,
it's a great title.
I like to call it the lesser man's Assassin's Creed. You know what I mean? Because you got Valhalla or Halo.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have the same assassinations like Assassin's Creed does, and.
By the way, if you remake Assassin's Creed 1, you would be furious. They would do the same Assassin's Creed mechanics. It would not be a remake. It would be a complete reboot. You would hate it. I just want to throw that out there.
That's okay. I mean, if they do the same thing as like Origins and
Yeah, I'm
what is it
losing it,
called?
guys. I'm losing it.
And
Honestly.
Odyssey, then it'd be fine. Yeah, I sorry, I didn't play that one. I should actually play that one. Origins, actually, I
Yeah,
got
no,
for
it's
free.
real
I gotta go
good.
back to that.
Cassandra's a
That's what
good
I've heard.
protagonist, so it's like fun.
That's what I've heard.
And honestly, it's really where the Assassin's Creed franchise was building up to the whole time.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they really found their direction and kind of let the archaic games of the past, like 1, 2, 3, Brotherhood, and all that, just kind of die. Like, I didn't care for Syndicate, and I'm glad that one's over with. But, like, yeah, I'm glad they finally moved on with the Assassin's Creed. And, you know, Ubisoft, if you're listening, we like you. We like all your business practices. Keep doing what you're doing, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah,
All of the business practices. You understand what I'm saying, Kevin? All of them.
Yeah, I'm also curious to see if 3 is going to be archaic. I think it is, unfortunately. Even though it's a remaster title, I think it's going to be, it's not going
it's
to
not.
play the same way as the newer ones do.
Yeah, and it's not going to age well because it really wasn't well, you know, when it came out.
No.
It was already archaic at the time, so.
Yeah, because it was going off of the Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood engine or whatever. Well, one of those engines.
Revelations.
Sorry, Revelations. Yeah,
I think it was a different engine, honestly.
Oh, wasn't it made on one of the Unity engines or something?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I remember just seeing the Unity logo. I can't remember anything else.
I remember a U, but I'm pretty sure it was the Ubisoft logo.
Yeah, cool logo. Any other thoughts on the director's cut of Ghost of Tsushima here?
Hopefully, there's more ghosts.
That'd be cool. That'd be fun. I would hope that there's more multiplayer. I really hope that it's an expansion of multiplayer rather than a single player. I love the single player.
Oh yeah.
But I hope that it's a multiplayer expansion. I think Kevin would appreciate that as well, because I know one of his main criticisms for the original multiplayer was that they had a great idea, but they didn't capitalize on any more of it by offering more in-depth stuff. Yeah, you play the same survival maps and you get with your friends. It was fun every time.
Yeah, there's challenges and stuff, but like it's a little repeatable after 10 hours.
Yeah, 10. But even after 10 hours, we were all still like screaming and
swinging
our swords.
Honestly, if we played that every week, still, I'd be down. That game's fun.
I wouldn't mind it. Okay, I got the next one up here. Jason Schreier says Far Cry 7 is going on a completely different direction. I mean, we didn't even get Far Cry 6 yet, so I'm sure Far Cry 6 would be great. I don't know how he can say this without seeing that first though. So he says, in a recent episode of the Triple Click podcast, notable video game reporter Jason Schreier briefly talked about the Far Cry series, most notably with Far Cry 6 and its appearance at E3 2021. He stated he's heard some brief rumors about where Ubisoft would like to take this in the future. From what I heard, if I remember correctly, they're aiming to go in a radically different direction for Far Cry after Far Cry 6. He's not very specific. He just says that, so that could mean a multitude of different things. I mean, Far Cry 5. That's a drastic change.
It's going to be a surfing game. Radically is completely different. You know what I mean?
Adam, you'd have more insight into this since you've played the Far Cry games. I know they're pretty good as far as you and Chimera and you guys have played this. So I mean,
say it twice. Chimera. Sorry.
Is his wife's name Cthulhu?
Sure.
Okay, so Chimera and Cthulhu. Has Cthulhu played this one as well?
No, she doesn't do the Far Cries as far as I'm aware.
Well, what's your take on this?
I feel like we get a story out of Ubisoft like every couple months where they're like, we're going in a radically different direction for this game coming out in 7 years. And we're like, okay, cool.
Like, props to them. Listen, they can do it. That's great.
So a lot of their people that they had in positions of power are gone, who were like the creative directors of a lot of these projects they've made. And they've said that they wanted to go in different directions. So it makes sense. I'm assuming Far Cry 6 was so far in development. Also, with every Far Cry game they make, it's kind of like a rinse and repeat formula. As much as they change it, Like, I still enjoy them enough. Like, I thought New Dawn's story sucked. I thought it was really bad. It was short and it wrapped up too quick. They didn't build anything, and I just was mad at the main characters the entire time. Because I was like, well, how are you this stupid? Like, you've survived in an apocalyptic wasteland for over 20 years, and you're the dumbest human beings I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm a little upset all of them didn't die. I'll go into full spoilers if you guys are okay with that for a second. I just got to get this off my chest.
I think that's okay.
Okay, so in Far Cry New Dawn, you play 20 years after, 15 years? It doesn't matter. I think it's 20. It's 20 years after the bombs went off.
X years after Y.
Yeah. After the nukes went off in Far Cry 5. You're playing through this game, and you play as, like, a silent protagonist, classic, and you're bringing in a guy named Thomas Rush. And this guy, he's been working along the states on the West Coast, and he's been fixing them up. He knows how to build a town. So the town you're in, they want to bring Thomas Rush to their town so they can help build it up, make it nice. There's antagonists that are the twins, two sisters, very well acted, very well played by the voice actresses for the twins. Usually villains are great, no exception here. They're very intimidating. They see Thomas Rush come to town. They derail his train. The game opens up with the derailment of the train. It's pretty cool. And then Thomas Rush pushes you off a cliff to save your life, and then you meet up with the people who invited you to the town. You eventually rescued, into water. It's fine. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, don't ask. They eventually rescue Thomas Rush, all right? And then the twins are like, hey, we see you've been doing a lot of stuff, like taking over outposts and helping these people and having them betray us. Hey, we see you're having a barbecue and there's some kids playing outside. We know where you live. And the twins are like, hey, we know you did this. You're going down. You better not be here when we come back. And what do these people do? They absolutely prepare and get ready for the twins to return. No, that's incorrect. They then have the main protagonist just continue doing what they're doing. The twins come back, kidnap Thomas Rush, kill him, shoot you with a shotgun. You end up having superpowers in this game because you ate a fruit. Don't ask questions. It's not important. That part of the story did make sense and it was fun. But then you're like, oh no, Thomas Rush is dead. How are we going to build the town up? And everybody's like, oh, this sucks. And then you're like, why didn't any of you people move or build defenses? How did they capture Thomas Rush? He's captured off screen even though he's in the main building at the center of town. There's not even a cutscene for it. You just see him captured and then he's shot in the head with a shotgun. He didn't make it. Then you get to the end and you're fighting these sisters and then they die and they're like, yeah, we're dead. And then one of them's like, you know what? I'm not that bad of a person. You gonna let me go? And I was like, I guess. So I let her go. And then the game ended. And the one girl who, brought you into town, she's like, Thomas Rush did so much for our town. And we owe it to him to be better people. And I'm like, you idiot. Thomas Rush did nothing. I did it all. I took over these outposts. I brought people here who know how to do stuff. And Thomas Rush was somehow an idiot who got captured. Also, the twins threatened us 3 times. Why didn't we do anything? Nobody prepared. They literally were like, help, come back, they're here. Yeah, we knew they were coming. It's just like, oh my god, they were so stupid. There was so much more, and I hated every second of that story. And I skipped every line of dialogue. Because I was like, I only watched the cutscenes. And you're like, oh, maybe they clarified in the dialogue. They didn't. That's why I started skipping the dialogue. That rant end, Far Cry 7? I'm curious. Far Cry 6, I'm excited. It was a classic Giuseppe rant. Nobody said nothing. Nobody's saying anything.
Listen. That's what you got to say. That's okay. That was your opinion. That's a-okay.
That game.
It doesn't sound good, I'll tell you that.
A lot of fun to play, though. Taking over outposts and stuff, messing stuff up.
Hear me out here. Remember how I said RTS? If you're building up towns, building up defenses, hey.
Listen, whatever this game turns out to be.
Everybody just walked away.
No, I'm here. Whatever this game turns out to be, I mean, listen, if they want to take a radical step with this, all the more power to them, man.
Right
They do things pretty well, so we'll see how it goes. Any other thoughts on this one?
I mean, I don't play Far Cry games, so no.
Okay. Does anybody remember what IO Interactive does? Who are they again? I can't remember.
Hitman.
Why? I don't know why. Hitman. Okay.
Right?
IO Interactive's Project Red Dragon could be a multiplayer game. Apparently, Project Dragon is going to be a 10-year game that they have.
Jesus.
Very early for any sort of gameplay details. Final product may look wildly different than the initial pitch. But on paper, apparently, it sounds very ambitious and represents a completely new direction for IO. This was said on the Xbox Era podcast. It's going to be a AAA role-playing game with an ambitious, connected world, different from Hitman series and upcoming 007 project that they've been working on.
There you go. Yep.
Furthermore, the code name gives it away. Dragons will be ruling the large medieval-like world.
I don't know about that. What did you say the code name was? Red Dragon?
Red Dragon.
Okay, not what I went to at all. A. Martial
what'd you
arts.
think?
B. Yakuza. Did I lose everybody?
Yakuza. So martial arts.
The gang.
Oh, okay. So like the ones that Sega make, like Yakuza.
Like the action. No, not like the. Well, okay, yes. There are games Yakuza. I mean, like the legit, real world gang. Like you said, it's a multiplayer RPG.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I mean, that's what the rumors look like it is.
Yeah. So like, okay, this is coming from a studio making Hitman games that do really well. They're doing James Bond that'll probably do really well. Yes, it's a different genre, but I still expect it to play similarly, in my opinion. Like, don't fix what isn't broke. So, I mean, sure, I guess it could be that dragons rule the world. I think it's a bit of a stretch. Like, Red Dragon, like I said, martial arts sort of thing, it could be. I want to say there's dragons associated with the Yakuza clan. Or gang,
yeah, that'd be a fair assumption, I think.
And, like, to have an RPG like that, like maybe you're not part of the Yakuza gang, you're people trying to take them down or whatever, infiltrate them, whatever have you. You can still make an MMORPG out of that. And it's actually, I hope it's something like that, because most MMORPGs, if they try to put gunplay into the game, it winds up being real bad. And I would like to see somebody finally pull it off.
IO might be the one to do it. I mean, Hitman did very well for gunplay and all that, you know. So, and Project 007, if that turns out well, I think that'll do well.
But I don't know. I could be horribly wrong.
Any other thoughts from anybody else?
No.
Okay. Side note.
Other thing though, hold on a minute. Red Dragon Inn, is that Dungeons and Dragons? They're giving out rights to Dungeons and Dragons stuff left and right now.
I don't think so, but IO Interactive announced that this new studio, which is located in Barcelona, would be working on this project, separate from every other studio that they have. So maybe? I don't know.
The Red Dragon Inn. Oh wait, that's a website. It's not actually part of the D&D world.
Oh no, yeah.
I knew it was something with D&D.
Red Dragon is just apparently the name of the title.
Okay.
That's just the code name.
Yeah. Let me move on to the next one here. Legacy of Kain Remaster possibly announced this year.
Why?
I don't know, comes from Special Nick, says that the same source who told him about the Quake reboot told him the same thing. He said it should be announced later this year, maybe at Gamescom or TGA. This is on a podcast. I don't know what podcast
Sorry, I missed
this
it.
is.
What was it?
Legacy of Kain Remastered.
Oh, we brought this up, didn't we? Oh, I did. I remember bringing it up.
You may have brought it up, actually. That's a good point,
Yeah.
actually. I think you did.
It was with a previous rumor.
I'll skip that one then. I'll go to the next one. That was probably already said.
No, you're good. I'm trying to remember, because there was another rumor that backs up what's being said right now. There was another rumor that was brought up, and I forgot what it was about, but I'm like, oh yeah, they're the ones that made Legacy of Kain and Soul Reaver. This is like 4 weeks ago.
I don't know. I
Okay,
don't
well,
remember.
I mean, I'm all for Legacy of Kain remaster, so bring it on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about that, so if it's something you like, I hope
You
to
would
make
like
it.
it. You would like it.
Okay.
I don't remember much about it because that game's old.
Oh, okay.
It was on PlayStation 1.
I had another rumor here about somebody talking about the upcoming PlayStation event. Apparently, we're supposed to hear about it this Thursday or Friday. Somebody posted up that they're 99% sure, 98% sure from their source that they had, that we're going to hear an announcement about this week for the PlayStation event. It's supposed to last around 80 to 90 minutes.
Ooh.
I don't ever recall a PSX lasting that long.
PlayStation
If it's
experiences were about that long, weren't they?
90 minutes?
Yeah.
Only an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Why does that feel like longer than what it
Well,
sounds like?
experiences, I feel like were only like an hour and 10. And then E3s were the ones that always pushed close to 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I think
I don't know
80
where
to
this
90
was.
is a good length.
Sorry. Yeah, somebody had mentioned this, and I was like, I don't know where this was and where they had mentioned this, but if I could find it again, I'll probably reread the proper tweet. But somebody had posted up saying that it was coming, that we're supposed to hear about it really soon, and according to whoever the guy has the sources, it's going to be 99% this Thursday or this Friday. That's when we're supposed to hear about this. Which, if they do that, that's great. I know Sony has a lot of stuff to talk about, and I'm sure they could show off a bunch of things.
I'm on Discord talks.
Yeah, Discord talks would be nice. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
probably more stuff coming to PC. Probably Horizon. Probably God of War talk and things like that.
I don't think they would announce that there.
What?
They would announce PC stuff at the thing on Thursday or Friday.
If they announce, no, I'm talking about whenever the event happens, not Thursday or Friday. Yeah, I'm talking about the event. They might say like, hey, Uncharted, like we might have a teaser for maybe an Uncharted game or something, and then they might say, hey, Uncharted 4 is available on PC. That'd be a good way.
Have they ever mentioned the PC stuff at a PlayStation show?
It just started happening, didn't it?
I don't think we have many examples to go off of since it started happening, since Horizon came to PC, because that was only last year.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like they don't talk about the PC stuff at like the PlayStation Direct shows.
That could change.
Like, definitely. I mean, it definitely could change. It's just usually they don't.
Yeah, I can see them doing it if they want to create some hype for Uncharted, especially, or just Naughty Dog in general, or whoever would be making the PC version of it. Which I guess so maybe they might lead with the Blue Point remake and say, hey, listen, we're making the Blue Point acquisition, and they're making the Uncharted 4 for PC. That'd be something. I mean, I can imagine the internet kind of going crazy.
Blue Point Studios built immediately next to Insomniac Studios.
Yes.
Connecting tunnel between the two buildings.
Insomniac was bored, accidentally started up Blue Point.
Now Blue Point's in charge of remaking every game that is near and dear to PlayStation fans' hearts.
Insomniac was bored.
Oh my god.
Insomniac decided to do that too. By the way, they just started yesterday. They finished. Every game has been remade.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I would believe it, honestly, if it was a tweet from Insomniac saying that, hey guys, we just finished remaking every single game. It'll be available tomorrow on the PlayStation Store. Have fun, guys.
Hey guys, Last of Us 4 is out. We had a weekend. Hey, Ted Price was drinking, He was like, let's just make Last of Us 4. Let's just guess what Last of Us 3 gonna be. And they just made it. So.
Oh, God. No. I got maybe one or two more here, unless we have any more thoughts on this.
I have no thoughts. I've never had a thought.
Yeah, all right.
I
mean, I'm hoping this PlayStation show, and I hope that they at least talk about what they hope to have with Discord implementation? I'm really curious.
I think they should mention something. I mean, they have to have some sort of PlayStation
Too
updates,
early.
especially with the internal stuff and maybe features coming to PlayStation. Maybe some sprinkle stuff in there about Discord.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't they say they'll have more to talk about next year?
For Discord?
Yeah, after they purchased it, we're like, we got stuff, but you won't really hear about anything until early 2022. I really thought they said that.
Oh, I don't know.
They could always tease, PlayStation features of like what they're trying to do with like Discord integration and say, hey, more to come in 2022.
True.
They do that.
They could.
They definitely do that.
I just think it would be too early to say that now, though.
I would be really surprised if they decided to go the route of like, okay, we're now going to give people official dates of when you can expect PlayStation games to hit PC. That'd be a point up for them, I think. That would make PlayStation definitely plus up against Xbox. I got the last one here, I think, is...
That's right, too.
Okay, I'll go with 2. I have 2 in front of me. I was going to skip one of them, but okay. Haven Studios' game for PlayStation will have multiplayer and focus on live service. The game being developed by Haven Studios for PlayStation may have its main highlight the multiplayer feature and will focus on keeping the audience engaged in gameplay by live service. The vacancies offered by the studio run by Jade Raymond suggest that this will be all part of Sony's new IP. The studio has posted the opportunities on LinkedIn. Some of the opportunities are like senior software engineer, tools engineer, online software engineer, senior infrastructure engineer. According to vacancies, those responsible for developing the game will act in the complete composition of the game from development to maintenance of resources. In addition, the professionals will also be involved in the design and implementations of systems with a huge amount of players. As for live service, the chosen ones will have to deal with the long-term maintenance, which suggests that the intention is to keep players engaged in the title for a long time. Okay, so long story short, there's a studio called Haven Studios, and they're making a live service game, which, I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. We had a discussion about this.
And we figured it was going to be multiplayer. Real quick shout out, Desunoto, third death. He got to the second boss.
Ouch.
Wait. These people are new?
What?
These people are new, apparently.
Who's new?
Haven Studios?
Yeah, we talked about them before.
Repertoire.
Yeah, they're Jade Raymond. She did all the Genesis' favorite Assassin's Creed stuff back in the day. Yeah.
Their website is literally just, we create havens for endless wonder.
There was we talked about it on the show, Kevin. You were there in that episode. It was a PlayStation blog post. Yeah, that's fine. It was a PlayStation blog post, and and then there was that other one like a couple weeks later with the Call of Duty people, and then that other one that was just announced at the Game Awards stuff, or not the Game Awards, the Summer Games Fest. So, and wow, this was a choice. Oh. But
I guess he's done.
L2. But I'm not shocked that they're hiring a lot of people to make a game. It's basically what that rumor is.
A live service game. Like I feel like live service has kind of gone downhill.
So when you say live service, it like you're thinking of Avengers and stuff for downhill, but like live service could be anything. It could be like it could also be. I would say there's live service in a lot of games now that it's not the main aspect, but it is something in there. And honestly, it wouldn't hurt to have somebody who knows live service, even if the game's not live service. So this doesn't really confirm anything.
Would Riders Republic be live service?
I would imagine, but I don't know.
That's a good example.
I believe, based on what I've heard the game is trying to do, yes.
Yeah, but I'm not 100%. I agree.
Right, that would be an example of like doing it right versus Avengers not doing it right.
Well, we don't know. It's not out yet.
The problem with live service right now, like the word,
it encompasses too many things.
It encompasses so much because like Diablo 3 and Path of Exile are technically live service because the game is updated like frequently and there's new events and all sort of stuff. But then you have games that are like Apex Legends. Well, Apex Legends is basically the same thing. But like you can have new events, or you can have like literal live service, like as like an MMO sort of like state where there's the whole world's being like re-instanced and crap like that. Yeah, Momoa. Jason Momoa comes out.
Aquaman 2 just started filming. Get hype.
He can talk with Vin Diesel for Xbox.
Yeah, I mean,
sure, why not?
We can top him for. I guess maybe they can get Jason Momoa for PlayStation. Just get him on a stage and like just have him advertise for games that he may or may not be part in. Aquaman 2 though, I'm so excited for that.
I don't know. I don't really have. I mean, you read a lot there, and I definitely.
I summarized it in just it's a live service that they're basically trying to make a game for. It sounds like a big multiplayer game with live service, a massive multiplayer probably.
So again, their website says like something about developing havens for endless fun or something like that. Could they make another Dreams-like game?
That's a thought.
Can two of those exist on the same system and still have like following?
Because isn't Dreams a live service game?
It would be, yeah.
Adam? He's gone.
No, I'm not.
No.
Oh, is Dreams a live service?
I mean...
Technically, yes, even though the players are providing the live service.
Yeah, I mean... Is Dreams a game, you know? You know what I mean? Like, what is Dreams? What is Dreams? What is the purpose of Dreams? Hey, you can make all this stuff, like, what do you do with it? You play it here, I guess? Dreams is dreams, and that's all. Why don't let your dreams be dreams? You know what I mean?
Any other thoughts on this before I move on to the last one?
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Gotcha. Last one, Guardians of the Galaxy multiplayer was apparently a thing, but it got canceled.
Good.
Yeah, I think they saw how Avengers went, and they were like, yeah, we're not going to do this. I'm glad we were all on the same page for this.
Yeah, they were like, well, some of us are on the same page, some of us are making dinner and doing dishes. But, like, are you making tea?
Oh, I'm making some noodles.
There it is. So as the noodle man gets to work here, yeah, I don't know what a multiplayer version of that game would be, because like it's a single player like RPG mechanics kind of game. So I don't know what even.
I mean,
that would be like.
Co-op and you control the rest of the team, I guess.
Yeah, but that would be weird, wouldn't it?
It kind of would be, I guess.
Like I'd be down to be like Rocket or Drax in Genesis's game. Like that would have been cool. And Genesis is just like being the leader, and he still picks the choices. Like I can pick maybe questions to ask him. That would have been neat, but at the same time, it's strange. So, yeah, I don't know what the multiplayer would have been. I'm glad it's canceled. I mean, it could have been cool, but at the same time, like, just concentrate getting that game out. It looked like it needed some work from the trailers and stuff we saw, so.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's not a Ubisoft title, obviously, so not as much polish.
What's happening? Are they holding you hostage? Is Yves Guillemot going, don't worry, my little princess?
That's a little bit insensitive. You can't make fun of that guy's accent. Don't do that.
I'm not making fun of him. I'm impersonating him.
That's a very bad impersonation. I wouldn't impersonate him if that's your thought of impersonating him. That's not real good. Don't do that. That's not
we.
It's pretty offensive that you say this impersonation's bad.
It is pretty offensive. Because I nailed it.
Wait, I didn't. Hold on. Don't.
Honestly, that's actually. You didn't like it because I was French, and I feel like that is an attack against my buddy Yves Guillemot.
Listen, I am all for every type
You're being
of,
watched right now, all right? You're being
I'm sorry.
watched.
No. That wasn't my intention at all. I am very accepting of everything. I am very
When they
accepting.
try to buy us, we are free from the government.
Excuse me.
Listen, you know what? That was a great impersonation. I applaud you for that. Awesome
That
job.
was German. What are you talking about? You can't even tell the difference between
now
French
you don't
and
know what.
German. Oh my gosh! On behalf of Crafting and Chat, I apologize to our French and German viewers, if they exist. I'm sure they do. Genesis is just not culturally aware of your dumb countries or your dumb languages or accents. So, like, what are they gonna do? Go, oh merde, merde. You know what I mean? That's French word for swearing. You don't know the word, so it's okay.
Maybe. So that's basically it for Crafting a Chat. Clocking in at about 12:20 a.m. here. We will see you guys next Tuesday again. Same time, same place. Everybody be safe out there. Anybody want to add anything before we leave the stage today?
Follow us on Twitter. Look us up on YouTube. And if you can't find it, honestly, we don't want you as a fan. So.
Ooh, hold on a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
I got a fun fact to close on. I just found this
What's
on
the fun fact?
Facebook.
What's
Fun
the fact we
fact.
got?
Lady Dimitrescu's ass has more polygons than the entirety of Resident Evil 1. There you go.
Wow.
I'm gonna need confirmation of that. I'm gonna need the source. Also, Crafting and Chat apologizes on behalf of Kevin's sexism comments about Lady Dimitrescu's ass. Ethan, he probably also all of his body, same amount of polygons. Since he's the main character, probably way more in him. So I'm gonna apologize for Kevin's thirst showing through here. I really thought Destinoda would be the one who's thirsty, but he's eating noodles, not drinking them. Well, he could be. I don't know. So he's got his nudes. Kevin's thinking about nudes.
That source?
Yeah, what's the source?
Who's Lulu on Twitter?
Are you asking me who the source you're providing is?
That's right.
I don't know who Lulu is. Yeah, Lulu, big fan.
Never mind.
I don't know who Lulu is.
Oh, it's also on Reddit? Oh, it's all over the place.
It's probably a joke. So.
Yep, it's a joke.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah, it's fact. It's basically fact.
You know, it's
right,
thick
guys,
is what it is.
It's been a very fun, entertaining episode. We'll see you guys next week. Everybody stay safe out there and get your vaccines. Maybe maybe not if you want to. It's up to you. Really do.
No, get them. Don't be an idiot. Come on.
And
become a sheep like the rest of us.
We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.